Shalom, everyone, and welcome back. Have you ever wondered what is keeping us alive? What is it? What is that power that a person is able to walk around the streets for many, many years and without being plugged in to any source of power, without any battery uh, powering us at all? And for some remarkable thing, from the time that a child is conceived, not even born, but conceived, until the time they die, there is a power and an energy inside of us that is keeping us going. It's a remarkable thing. And it's not just the mechanism of the body that is doing it, but it's a power that is even beyond that. And that we call the soul, or in Hebrew, the neshama. What is exactly the neshama? What is it? So we are told that the neshama is a power that comes from God. It's a nefesh elokam yima'al mamish, a power that comes from actual godliness itself. And that is the source of this power. And it's a remarkable thing that God instills in this a portion of his own substance, godliness, so to speak, to keep us going for all these years without any need for any to be plugged in or battery power or anything like that. It's an amazing thing. And the soul is brought down onto the earth for a purpose. The purpose, according to Hasidic philosophy, is to make a dira b'tachtonim, a dwelling place for God on this earth. God has a purpose for us here on this earth, and that is to make a place where God is welcome, where God is comfortable to dwell in this world. And how do we do that? Through the observance of Torah and the mitzvos of the Torah, by putting on tefillin every day, by praying, by being kind to our neighbors and charitable to our neighbors, and so on and so forth. By doing that, God gives us purpose on this world and fulfills the purpose of why He instilled in our bodies a neshama. It's an amazing thing if you think about it. How the body is simply composed of the same substances as the earth is composed of. Most of us is water and other types of substances, dirt and clay, and most of the other things that are found in the earth. And that is who we are. I'll never forget the first time I ever viewed a dead body. Someone had passed away in San Diego, and they needed someone to watch the body until we would do the funeral. And I was asked to do that because it's a mitzvah to watch a body as a sign of respect. So I did that. Here I was in a room all by myself with a dead body. Sounds pretty spooky, doesn't it? Well, it wasn't. In fact, it was exhilarating. It was like an out of body experience, so to speak, where it was just me and the dead person in the room. And I was thinking, where is the soul? I knew this person while they were alive, but they're not there anymore. The body is there, but the person is not there anymore. This personality and the intellect and the emotions and everything that makes that person alive was not there anymore. Where is it? And I felt a presence of the soul in that room. I felt, as Judaism says, that the until the funeral, the soul hovers over the body and it remains there until the person is buried. That's why we bury as soon as possible to release the soul from the body and allow it to ascend up higher in heaven. And I felt the presence of the soul of the person in the room right there with me, with him. And it was an amazing feeling, a remarkable feeling. Like I was doing something for that person that the soul of the person really wanted me to do, to be there and to say Tehillim, say psalms and prayers uh, in that room at that point. And it gets us all thinking, why are we all here? What is the purpose of our being here in this world? Is it simply to eat and to drink and to experience the physical pleasures of the world? Well, God certainly wants us to do that. All those things that are permissible to us, we should partake of them. Yes, we should. We should go and see the Grand Canyon and a beautiful sunset and eat good, delicious kosher food and things like that. But beyond that, God has a higher purpose for us. And that higher purpose is defined by what the Torah tells us to do. God has a purpose for Jews and for non-Jews. And that's why we're here. That's why we're in this world. When we do a mitzvah, our soul feels very good. That's why there's a good feeling when we do a mitzvah. It's a beautiful, comforting, happy feeling. Why is that? Because the soul is feeling from a bit of where it comes from, up in heaven. It came down into this lowly world, and it's far away from its source in heaven where it came from. But when we do a mitzvah, then the soul says, ah, that feels good. That's where I come from. That's how I express my love to God through the performance of a mitzvah. And it's very similar to if a person travels far away and then they experience something that reminds them of home. They think, ah, that reminds me of home. I remember that. So, in the same way, when a Jew does a mitzvah, we have that good feeling, that wonderful feeling that comes about when we do the mitzvah, and it reminds us of where we're coming from. It reminds us of our source back in heaven. So let's all do mitzvahs and let's experience the warmth and the love of God through the performance of the mitzvah. And in so doing, it'll inspire us to do more mitzvahs until finally the ultimate purpose of why we are here will be recognized to us, and that will be with the coming of Mashiach Tzidkenu. Have a good week, everyone. We'll see you on Friday.